Greetings everyone, and welcome to my channel, all you Venusian beings. I am Aradia Arcanum, and in this video I'm going to go over the 9 types of glamour that I work with. That's right, 9. I know a lot of us really only understand glamour to be this one thing that we do, but I'm going to get into the 9 different types that I work with. First, I would like to let all of you know that you are invited to check out my website and look at this new offering that I have created. It is called the Venusian Blueprint. This is a reading that goes into all the different components of how love shows up in your life. How you respond to love, how you receive love. And I work with different asteroids and different places, so this can help me inform all the different attributes of how this Venusian energy shows up in your birth chart. You can either have it via PDF, or in this PDF, it's not just a regular PDF. It is a ebook that I put together for you so that you can have this information with you to refer back to. And if you would like more than a PDF, I offer the PDF plus an audio that goes over the highlights of this reading. So go over and check that out. The link will be in the description of this video. It is the Venusian Blueprint. Now let's jump into the 9 types of glamour that I work with. The first one is magnetic allure. This is the basic glamour. This is the one that we all know and love. This is the main one that you hear about and that is worked with. Glamour is to shift the perception of how you are seen or how others perceive you. So we do this with working with the most basic form of glamour, and that is the intention to do just that. So I'm not going to go too much into this because this is the one that we all know and talk about. And I actually just did a video to talk about glamour and vampirism. So do go check that out. The next one is unapproachable glamour. This is one that many of us may already do. This is one that many of us may do unconsciously, and maybe we do it and not perceive it as glamour. But you are 100% shifting the perception of shifting how you are being seen. And this one is a lot of times, I can think of when you are in a crowded place and maybe you're on your way to work and you have to take the public transit, or you are just somewhere where you want to be unapproachable. And this could be because you sense danger, right? So this could be you wanting to shift your perception and put that energy out that you are someone that is not to be messed with. And a lot of times that work because when you do it from a place of, oh my goodness, I'm in this area and I don't know maybe it's a scary place. And all of a sudden, you call forth that don't fuck with me energy. This is shifting your perception. This is glamour, right? Glamour doesn't always have to be to shift the perception to everyone to see you as alluring, right? You can put that glamour out that people see you as unapproachable. Number 3 is commanding and authoritative. This is that glamour that you may want to use at the job or the office when you have to speak, go into the conference room and speak. Sometimes it's a lot worse when it's in a small room, you're in a conference room and, it's just a few people in there and you're the one speaking. Or it could be bad when you are on stage, right? Up above everyone and there's a whole room of people. public speaking. You want to use this for public speaking. You want to be perceived, right? If you want people to hear what it is that you're saying, and you feel like, oh my goodness, I'm going to, I don't want people to know that I am fearful, I'm scared. So you put this perception out that you know what you are talking about. You are commanding the room. So even though you want this to be the truth, right? You want this to be coming from within, and it may be the truth. However, when you couple that with having to say these things in front of a lot of people, it is not that you don't know what it is that you're talking about. It is that you are standing in front of a room full of people saying this. So that can make it seem like you don't know what you're talking about. So you want to put this glamour of confidence, right? This glamour of you are the commanding this energy. You are the authority in this energy. So that is a type of glamour that I like to work with. The next one is ethereal and mystical glamour. Yes, this is a glamour. And I know this because I go to a lot of places where there's the alternative scene, alternative world, where we go to pagan events, we go to witchy events, we go to events where you are dressing up as something other than yourself. And I don't mean a masquerade ball. I mean, you are shifting into this being, mystical being. So when you do this, say you want to step into the world of the Fae. You are embracing the Fae. You want to be seen as this, right? You want this perception of you to be this mystical being. So this is what the type of glamour is. You put this perception out there for everyone to see you as the Fae, or you want to be seen as the witch in the woods. So you put this glamour out, whatever it is that you want to be seen as, that is otherworldly, right? So you're putting this mystical, ethereal glamour out to be seen like that, right? So we go to vampire events. You have people walking around wanting to be seen as a vampire. So with the exterior, you see a lot of this when we go to places like this to do the ethereal and mystical glamour. It has a lot to do with the exterior. So if you go to a vampire event, you see everyone in this Victorian Gothic ambiance, and they're talking with this alluring, enchanting speech. So this is when you want to use that type of glamour. The next one is one that you wouldn't particularly think is glamour, but this is that friendly, welcoming glamour. This 100% is a glamour that I use. It is because when you are someone that has like this resting bitch face, not intentionally, when I'm sitting at a bar or something, or wherever I'm sitting at and I'm by myself, if I'm in deep thought, I look intimidating. My face becomes intimidating. I put this energy out because I'm really in deep thought. And a lot of times that is what my face looks like. So some people have told me like, oh, you look scary. I don't want to approach you. But there's times where I 100% want that to be the thing. But there are times where I'm going to places and I want to be perceived as welcoming. I want to be aware of how people see me so that I can be approachable. So I actively set that intention to be perceived in this way because sometimes I'm not always smiling, right? So I want to be perceived, even though I don't have a smile on my face, that I am welcoming. You come on over. Come on over and say hello. So the next one is the opposite of that. Maybe you're someone that is bubbly. This is intimidating glamour. So maybe you are someone that everyone is always coming to and you are approachable, right? You want, people are like, oh, hey, they're always talking to you. There's sometimes where you don't want to be bothered. So you might want to set that intention to be intimidating and don't come mess with you. And it's not because you feel like you need to be protected or anything like that. It is because you are maybe going to a conference and you're sitting at the conference and you are consumed by what it is that they are saying. You don't want to be bothered. You don't want someone come sitting next to you, get in your ear and start talking about their life while you're trying to listen to the conference. So this is when that would be a perfect time to use this intimidating glamour. You are left alone to be able to enjoy yourself. The next one is protection glamour. And this is like intimidating glamour, but this is more when you know you're going to a place and it is a place you haven't been to before, and maybe it's a large group of people that's going to be there. You are unsure what type of energy is going to be in that place. So you want to put this perception of you are protected, even though you know you are. You want everybody to feel that, so they won't even think twice about bothering you. So this is 100% a type. We all do protection and shielding. However, we want everyone to feel that we are protected, so they won't even bother, right? You don't have to deal with it. And the next one is chameleon and adaptable. This is that glamour that I think about, and at the time that I'm filming this, the Bridgerton, another season is out, the Bridgertons, and in the Bridgertons is Lady Whistledown. And if you don't know, Lady Whistledown is someone who she is able to stand in a crowded room and not be noticed. And she's able to get the gossip so that she could put it in her news article the next day. She's not noticed. She's standing by the wall. She's in the midst of everything. And because she's able to be that chameleon and kind of blend in, she can get all the gossip because no one realizes she's there. So that, to me, is the perfect example of this. There's another way that you could use this too. You can use it because you are unsure if you're going to fit in when you go to a new place. So you want to be perceived as someone that belongs, so you won't seem like the oddball out, right? So this is a way that you can use this adaptive chameleon type of glamour as well. And then the last glamour is visionary and inspirational. This is much like, the number one typical glamour. However, this is specific to if you are someone that is an influencer, if you are someone, you have a job that requires you to draw in clients. You have a something that you do where you want to sell products. You want to be seen as this inspirational person when it comes to things like that. Whatever it is that you're doing, you want to be seen as the person that is inspirational and that can help me with whatever it is that I need help with. But you are drawing in people and they're seeing you as inspirational and the visionary and whatever it is that they love, right? Whatever it is that you're putting out there. So these are the 9 types of glamour that I like to work with. And if you are someone that's watching this and you have another type of glamour that you work with, one that I have not mentioned, please do share. Or if you use these different types of glamour and how they work for you, let's have that conversation. So that is what I wanted to share with you. Until the next video, I love you all, and into the shadows.